Mr. Adegoke, please just take the show.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you for having me. I love talking about entrepreneurship. It's my passion that people have ideas and they're able to take the ideas from ideas to actualizing those ideas. Over the years, I'm an idea person. Something comes into my mind, and my motto is that whatever your hands finds to do with all your might. I remember, I've done a whole lot in my little knowledge. Um, I remember that when we started an incubation center in the city of Ilorin, where I used to stay, it was nothing like that. People were like, "What is this?" But we started it, and today it's doing well. But basically, without wasting too much time, I would like to just go on. We all have ideas. Everybody has ideas. All of us have ideas. We say this, I have this, but the reason why some ideas are working and some ideas are not working is because, like one of the speakers said, is because you are intentional about it. You want to take the intentions, you want to do it, and there are going to be obstacles. I remember Mrs. Basagi, you had posted something on your DP saying that the reason why there are boundaries, the reason why, please can you remind me, the reason why there are, hello?
I'm with you. I'm trying to get what you're asking.
The reason why there are boundaries are because that there are, oh my goodness, why did I forget it?
Like boundaries are meant to be broken? Or
The reason,
obstacles?
yes, the reason why there are obstacles is because there are boundaries or there are paths.
Their
And I
path.
saw that.
Like obstacles do not block the path. They are the path.
They are the path, yes. I remember I had to zoom in on that picture to really find what exactly is this picture. But the reason why people have ideas and they're able to do it because they're intentional. I'm going to really just quickly go about some cliche, some things that are supposed to be done. What am I supposed to do when I have this fine idea, and how do I get it accomplished? How do I get to the point where I do not just throw it out there, but I'm actually making money, because that's the purpose in the first place. The first thing I want to say before I go on is that the reason why someone said something, Fela Kuti, he said that how you know your idea is worth it is your bank account. So, and this is the reason. To make profits, you have to be solving a solution. You have to be solving a problem. You have to be solving a problem. And because there are a lot of people that have problems and they're looking for solutions. And immediately you are able to solve that, obviously, that will lead from having solving the problem, creating a solution. Obviously, it will lead to account statement or benefit and all that for you. So we have to be able to be willing to give action to what we do. Amen. Sorry.
Amen.
Amen. I have forgotten I'm not in church. So the first thing that I would advise, and I always say, the first thing I would advise and I always say is that do your market research, and that might look like a big English. It's basically conducting your market research is first determining in your mind what's the problem I want to solve. By the time you find that, and there's no business ought to be launched without executing the marketing survey. You have to do a survey of what you want to do. And I like to say this. I always like to say, go to SurveyMonkey or Google Form, print out some things, questionnaires. Let the people that you want to solve their problems give you feedback. That is the first thing. SurveyMonkey, Google Form. For the first time, I saw Mrs. Basagi at the Microsoft Form. There are a whole lot. I'm going to mention some platforms that you can go to get some of those things. I have some few things here. Find out the customer's first impression of your product. For a while, I live in Nairobi, and I run a Nigerian restaurant. It's not a regular restaurant. It's a delivery kitchen. It's a kitchen, basically. And for a while, so we deal with everything that we can. Nigeria is a big place, so we have a whole lot of all sorts of food, but we try to sell the ones that we can sell. So recently, I've been thinking that I want to sell zobo and kunu, and so last week, what I did was that I started to do a survey. I threw out questionnaires to my customers, and And the feedback I got was interesting. So I thought that people would like kunu, but I found that from the feedback that nobody wanted kunu. That's the first thing. The second thing I found out was that people, there are very few places, about 65% of people that live in Nairobi say they don't even know what Zobo is. Most of them said they want to test it. They want to taste it. The ones that say that it's about 40% or so said they've tasted it. Of course, those are Nigerians. And then some of them said they've never bought it before in Nairobi. So I had to, if I didn't do that, I would not know what the market was saying. I had to ask the market the question. So when you have an idea, make sure you get to the point where you are asking the market the question. It was then I realized that I had to, because I was thinking I was going to sell for 100 shillings, which is about $1. And that's about 360 naira. But I realized that from my survey, I found out I can actually sell for 500 shillings. That's about $5. And I don't know, that's about, I don't know how much that is in Nigeria right now. But so find out your customer's first impression of your product, your packaging, your marketing. Because at first I thought maybe it would be nice for me to have a jam glass, and all that. But I realized that people don't want those fancy things. They just want it in a bottle. Because I did a market survey. You gather your customers' real-time feedback. You see the feedback. How much are they willing to pay? Then you figure out how many people have the problem. So, I mean, for me, it's food. For you, it can be anything. Because you might think that, you know what, everybody in Nigeria is this, blah, 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 and all that. I remember when we started the zone, we felt that they were unemployed people. So we started the zone in 2013 in Ilorin. And little did I know that those unemployed people were not ready to work. So those are the things. So in your creating, and I was trying to create a solution for a problem. Guess what? I did not have my first clients. I started the zone 2013. My first paying client was 2017. Why? They were unemployed people. They were people that have ideas, but they were not ready to come to an incubation center. So sometimes you might think that, yes, you are solving the problem. There's a problem. You are solving the problem. But the people that have the problem, they are not ready. They're not ready to have a solution to it. So those are the reasons why you have to do such surveys. I mean, another thing I love to do is to listen to TED Talk. Because TED Talk says, ideas worth spreading. So the idea you think you have, I'm sure it's existing somewhere. And one good place that you can find them, it's on TED Talk. There's a lot, thousands and thousands of ideas that people share. And the reason is this, because by the time you go online to a TED Talk, for instance, you will find out that this is the reason, this is the way the people are doing it in this place and that place and all that. I remember that when we eventually were in trouble with the zone, I went to TED Talk and I wanted to see what other people were doing with incubation centers. Then I was the only one that had an incubation center in Ilorin. Today there are about 20 people 20 incubation centers in Ilorin. Fantastic. But eventually the market in Ilorin was matured enough for incubation center. When I started, they were not matured enough. They were not ready for it. So, but TED Talk for me helped me to understand a whole lot. Hello, please if I want to see feedback, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Can I see a thumbs up or something? Hello? Oh, good. So I feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay, good. So then the other thing, oh, good. Thank you very much, Mr. Pasiki. The other thing I keep saying is Google has the answer to every of your questions. Google it. I like to say something. I tell my children, I tell my children, Google it. They ask me, what is this word? What is that word? Let's look for it on Google. I have a 6-year-old son who sometimes would want to. What they have now discovered, if they can't type it, they've discovered where the mic is. So they say it to Google, and then Google tell them. In fact, my second daughter literally have conversation with I don't know that assistant, Google Assistant. She asks Google anything. So as adults, how much more adults? Whatever it is, go on Google. There are answers on Google. Make sure you Google. what demand is there for your idea. If it is a product, who will buy it? These are the research that you have to do, the market research. If it is a service, who would use it? What else is in your community where you stay? When we started the kitchen, we had to look for people because there are people, there are restaurants, Nigerian restaurants in Nairobi. So we had to look for people, we had to make findings. What were they, the people that were selling jollof rice, how much were they selling it? We are the first Nigerian kitchen. All other ones are restaurants. So we knew how much they were selling. So we knew because we didn't have overhead cost on rent, we didn't have to pay staff, we didn't have to pay power bills and all that. We could reduce our cost by like 70%. That was a big advertisement for us. Everybody knew Tommy's Kitchen. Tommy's Kitchen. And the good thing for us was that we got the jollof rice right. I remember that there was a Nigerian who had not been to Nigeria for 22 years, who is in America, just came to Nairobi. He said he's found us on Facebook, and then he tasted our jollof rice. And he said to me, and it was an humbling statement. He said, "It is the best I've tasted so far." He said he has been everywhere. Okay, that's an advert. But really, so we had to, but I did not keep it as that. I had to look for, okay, fine, this is how much it is, and then how much can I do? What's my cost analysis and all that, which we'll get to later. So you have to get your pricing right. As you build up your answers, questions to these questions, the picture will become clearer. Did I get it the first time I was starting Tommy's Kitchen? No, no. But as I kept on asking questions. I would ask myself questions. In fact, sometimes my wife would say, "You ask too much questions." I said, "If I don't ask questions, I will not do it." I mean, even Mrs. Bassett, I'm sure that you have gotten tired of some of my questions. Are we going to do this? Are we going to do this? Is this okay? It's because I learn more. Honestly, I learn more like that. I can't ask questions. No, like I tell my wife, nobody will kill you for asking questions. You will only know more. So it's important for us to ask questions. You will keep doing your research and all that. The other thing is that you have to carry out competitive analysis. Competitive analysis is very important because you're not the only one doing this thing. And you are, whether you like it or not, except you are from the moon, even in the moon, there are competitions. There will be competition. There are competitions. So look for what your competition is. There's a client of mine who always buy jollof rice every day. I don't understand. I think by now jollof rice should be going his head. He would say, because I found he's a Nigerian, so and I know that where he stays in an estate, and in his estate there's a Nigerian restaurant, and they sell jollof rice. So I want to know why you're coming to buy from me. Number 4, the first thing I found out was that it was cheaper for him to send a rider to buy from me than for him to walk to the restaurant beside me. That was the first thing. He just told me that. I then realized that our jollof rice was even better anyway. so I now asked him, how much is their jollof rice? How much is this? So you know what I did? Because I found out there was a Nigerian that called me and said to me, sorry, I'm going to say this in Yoruba, then I'll interpret it. That means, come, you can't be selling like that. Your price is so cheap. You can't sell like that. So talking about competitive analysis, I realized that I've been able to enter the market dealing with my competitions. What we now did was that we went on Uber. And every food app in Nairobi, I'm on it. I would go after them. So, but those other ones will not want to do that. I found out that my competitions were not ready to do that. They wanted people to come into a restaurant. I made sure I went to every food app. That was competitive analysis that I did. Right now, let me tell you another thing I've done. We sell a pack of jollof rice. You know, the way we pack it in Nigeria, the jollof rice is there, the chicken is there, the plantain is there. I just have it like that. The first thing I realized that Kenyans, because most of our customers are Kenyans. Kenyans don't like pepper. So I stopped putting pepper in my jollof rice. What I now did for the people that would come in that want pepper is I made a little soup beside it that they can sauce, that they can put on the stuff. And there was hot sauce, there was hot, mild hot, and then there was no pepper.
That's good.
And then at the end of the day, the other thing I realized was that Kenyans Kenyans don't like eating. They call it dry food. They say it's too dry. In Nigeria, we everything goes. You
Drink
drink,
water.
but here it has to have a sauce beside it. So there was a little nice container that I did that we're using to serve sauce. Now,
That's good.
now let me tell you another. While doing all that, I now realized that okay, fine. Yemi, you are becoming too cheap. You're too cheap. Let's increase ourselves. I realized, but the market would, if I increase it that much, the market will react. So I don't know. It wasn't Mr. Bass. Someone posted something on his WhatsApp status, and I don't know how many of us have seen this thing. There's a guy there's a whatever. He said there's this old man that was selling watermelon, and he had placed there, buy one watermelon for $3 and for $10. And the guy went, obviously, like a nice, normal, sharp Nigerian guy would do. I will go buy one, $3, buy another one, $3, buy the third one, $3. And I would have saved $1. But the old man said to him, he said, the guy said to the old man, he said, this guy, you don't know how to do business. How would you put there and I can come back 3 times to buy and it's still cheaper? He said, what you don't know is that if I didn't put it that way, you would not buy more than one watermelon. But because I put that thing, you have come to buy 3 watermelons. In like a sharp guy that I am. Just like of course, obviously. what I did immediately was I said our jollof rice, plantain and chicken is 510 Kenyan shillings. That's about almost 2,000 naira. What I now did was that I now started saying, you see, the jollof rice is now 350. The plantain is 100 shillings, and then the chicken is 150. Eventually, it has become 600 shillings. Now, let me tell you what that means. What it means is that those people that wanted extra chicken, but because of extra chicken, they will buy 2 plates. Will see that, now I can buy 1 plate of jollof rice, 2 chicken, and maybe extra dodo. Now, what it means is that people will buy more because they think that they're buying cheaper. Anyway, those are the things that we have to think. And I'm going to be using myself as an example a lot. So carry out competitive analysis. You must know your competitors. You must know what they're doing. You must see how you can be better. I told someone, I said, you don't want to compete with me. I'm the Dangote. You understand? Because I am passionate about what I do. And that's the thing. Primarily because I'm passionate about what I do. I would do that. So the other thing is, write your business plan. Write your business plan. I would say here, some people think that it's a lot of work writing business plan. But there are a few apps, and I would say, I don't know how many, maybe you know this already. There's this app called Lean Canvas. You can check out Lean Canvas. You can check out Canvanisa. Canvanisa is another good. So I don't want to talk so much about that. Okay, thank you, Mr. Bassett. Okay, nice. So check those apps. Well, it's easy. It's a template that you just go through, and it's a very nice one that I think we can do. So the other thing is that the customer segmentation. You have to be able to segment your customer. These are some of the things that are on your business plan. You have to know how to segment your customers. What is the age? Because I went on Facebook and did some adverts on Facebook, and then I realized, and the major reason why I did that advert on Facebook was I needed to see what my customer, and where they were from. I knew the age. I knew that there were more women. That was when I realized that we had more Kenyans that were buying our food. You see them saying, "Egusi, I want egusi." What does that mean? I have never tasted it before. I want to taste it. So I knew the gender, the age bracket of people that were buying, the marital status. The guys that were buying from us obviously were single guys. So you have to understand your customer, how to segment your customers. What are they buying? How are they buying it? The location, their lifestyle. Their lifestyle is very important. And then the value proposition. The value proposition is a statement that answers the why. Someone should do business with. Why should someone do business with you? You must be able to answer yourself. Why should they buy from me? Why should people buy my jollof rice? Why should we, you must be able to answer the why question. And then the channel to reaching your clients. When we started with Uber Eats and then Jumia Foods. And then I realized that Uber Eats was getting 26%, at the point 29% of my stuff. Jumia was charging 25%. And Same Border was charging 25% and all that and all that. So what I did was that any person that buys from the app that I by mistake got in contact with, that person is not from the app. I'm sorry, but that is it. I would so market. I would thank you very much for buying from us. Thank you. This. Before you know what was, everyone wants to come to me. They want personal thing. They want to. So at the end of the day, I now know the challenge. Then immediately we open a WhatsApp group. I open the WhatsApp group, put my clients on the WhatsApp group, put them on a group, on the WhatsApp group. So I once in a while I send them greetings on Saturdays. Sometimes on Saturdays, how are you? Happy? I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. I don't talk about food. I make them feel like I am, and which is true. Anyways, I am concerned about your health. How is this corona thing affecting your business? How is this affecting your this and that and that? And then they will reply, thank you very much for checking up on me. Thank you very much. We are doing very well. You know, we can have a 15 minutes chat conversation, and I don't talk about my food at all. Sometimes I'm like, oh, please, now that you are here, please can you send me two plates of jollof rice? You have to be able to get that. The channel, how do I get into to reach out to my clients? Customers relationship, of course, that's part of it. Then revenue stream. See, you have to also be able to say, okay, fine, this business, this idea that I have, how much is it going to bring for me? Let me tell you how detailed I am with my food, with the food. So I know how much a kg of rice, how many servings it will be. I know I can almost tell you literally that for one pack of jollof rice, this is the amount of the tomato paste. Because I've done the calculation. And apart from that, this gas that I'm using is 13 kg. It will last me for this long. When I cook a pot of jollof rice, this is the amount I'm going to use, how much gas I'm going to use. Because if you don't do that, you just see that you are getting revenue, and then you think that you are making money. You are not making money. You have to be able to know separate your revenue to your profits, and then and then costs. So those are the things that you have to think of moving forward, thinking from your idea to the profit. Remember, we're saying idea to profit, not idea to idea to actualizing it, and then you must make profit, because that's the main thing. Then the other thing I want to say is decide on branding, and this is very, 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 very important. Apart from the fact that you have a name, branding is about more than just choosing a name. It's about deciding the identity you want to create. When people see you, when the people see your plate of jollof rice, what do you want them to see? I tell you, I arrange the dodo. If you go to our review on Uber, the people, most of the reviews are good presentation. I arrange the dodo. There's a position that the chicken has to face. It has to. That is branding. That's excellent. I remember that one day Fela was talking about excellence, and then I don't want to say he made a mistake. I think by God's one way, he laid his hands on me. Oh Jesus! I sucked out every spirit of excellence, and I put to work. Everything. I mean, sometimes when I send my riders out, and then I tell them, please don't press this plate. It must not get to the customer. It must not leak.
Not dent.
Not leak. Because those are branding. So it's not just the name. It's about the way you do your things. It's about the way you put it out. For a long time, after packing the food, we use cling film. I remember my wife was like, can't we not do without the cling film? I said, we can't. I want people to have an idea that coronavirus is out. This food is protected. I have to give them that thing. So people are like, And then the other thing is that I remember I learned this from Fela. He said, Coca-Cola has 3 products. But do you ever see? But they have Fanta, they have Sprite. Do you ever see a truck with written Sprite or Fanta? No, because Coca-Cola is their main product. So you have to know your main product.
Mm.
We never run out of jollof rice.
Wow.
Jollof rice is our main product. I can joke with egusi. I can't joke with jollof rice. I can't joke with plantain. That is my Coca-Cola.
Mm.
You have to be able to know what your Coca-Cola is. And then the mistake some other people make, I was almost making that mistake. Sorry. Please, one is almost 5 minutes or 10 minutes to the end of my time. Please let me know.
Yeah, we used 5 extra minutes. But that wasn't
okay.
your fault anyway. We had
Oh,
so
okay.
we have
So,
like 1 minute, then we take questions for another 5 minutes.
okay. So,
Mm.
I have to know what my Coca-Cola is. But the mistake I almost made one time was that I now said, you know what, this is what people are buying. Let me leave this egusi and all these things. They are even giving me more headache. To look for egusi is trouble.
Mm.
To look for palm oil is voila. But I almost left those things. But I realized that the fact that you know your Coca-Cola does not mean you should leave your Fanta and Sprite.
Hey,
There are
free.
people there are people like my boss, Dr. Wale, who will only take Fanta.
Mm.
So your Coca-Cola good, but don't leave your Sprite and Fanta. Is important. Because you see, in sales, these things are intertwined. There are some people that will, because of this, buy this. And that is important. Because as much as Coca-Cola is selling Coca-Cola, why have they not left Fanta? Why do they go to different countries and still do some other things? You see, in Nairobi, there's this Tony that is unique to this place. In Nigeria, there's Fanta Passion, or no, Fanta, this one that looks like Zobo. Fanta, I don't know what that is. It's
Maybe you
like,
should write in the comments below. Yeah, I only know Fanta pineapple. There was one they did Fanta pineapple.
yes, there's one they did like Zobo, one Zobo color like that.
Okay,
It's not
Fanta
here.
grape,
Yes, it's not here. Raspberry, yes, something
raspberry.
like that.
Okay,
Exactly.
that's like
Because
Zobo. Yes, Zobo
they
leaves.
know that it's like Zobo. So if they're taking this, is another complete. Maggi, Indomie noodles does not sell peppered onions this here because
Mm.
people don't eat pepper here. But in Nigeria, if you don't do pepper, who wants to eat your food?
I know.
So there's Indomie, which is their Coca-Cola, but they will not leave their Fanta and Sprite. It's important. The other thing is choose your team. I remember there's this thing that because of what we experienced some things with the zone in Nigeria. So we're taking the zone now virtually. So right now we have the zone where, because obviously you see, Miss Basagi, I'm sure you work from home most of the time. I want to believe. But now COVID-19 has made everybody. That's why I believe, it's my own belief. I believe that the next incubation center is going to be online. There's a whole lot. I mean, and I don't know how many of us have tried to check Slack,
Yeah.
online.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, what we have done is that because I moved from Nigeria, I said this idea is not going to stop. So we have now moved virtually, and there's other things that we're doing virtually and all that. Why did I mention that? While I was thinking about that, I started thinking, who are the people that can work with me? Who are the people? Because you have to choose a team. You cannot work alone. There are people that work with you. In our restaurants. There are people that are working with us in quotes. I have someone that sells plantain to me. I have someone that sells tomato. There's someone that brings in crayfish. Those are my key people. Those are your team. So you have to choose your team carefully. Um, Especially the people that have track record. And okay, let's leave my Amala and Begiri alone. There are people. I mean, for instance, the Slack, the Zone virtual incubation center that we're doing. There are people in Nigeria that I have to get in touch with. The Sophia and Olayemi Joshua, excellent couple. Those ones, they can write English for God. So I need to write. I need to be able to construct my things the way that it will appeal to people. So I got in touch with them. Work with people that have track record. Humble yourself. Humble thyself, oh man of God and woman of God. There are people that know more than you. There are people that know more than me. There are things I don't know. And I run to them. Please come and help this. And don't just get service that you will not pay for. Oh, good. So, and then I'm almost finishing. Set goals and achieve. Let me tell you something about setting goals. I think someone had talked about it. Write down those goals I want to be able to get through this thing. Not I want to be rich. Rich in what? I want to be able to get 10 million. I told my wife yesterday that by so and so, I want to sell 200 bottles of Zobo. I have put it there. I know the amount I'm going to get from it. I know what I'm going to use the money from that 200 Zobo bottle for. And that thing is on the board. So this, to achieve this, I have to sell this. Is there? It's not I want to sell Zobo. I'm not going to sell Zobo. I'm going to sell this amount. Set goals and let it be quantifiable. It's not just setting goals. Then the last thing I know that a lot of people have in their mind is raising capital. So how do I raise capital and all that? Number one, there's a lot, like I said before, there's a lot happening on Google. Go and Google. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of money flying around. But most of the time, work with the people around you. If you do well and they think, I remember when we started the zone, there were people that gave me millions. And I'm shocked, some people will be shocked. There was someone that sent 3 point something million to me one day and I was asking, what do you want me to use the money for? Because they know that I was doing a service. I think my time is up. If we have questions and all, yes.
So we'll take all okay. Yes, so we can ask questions, but I'm not sure we can take all the questions because our next speaker is already waiting. We're supposed to take over by 2 p.m. and it's already 2:10.
Oh, sorry.
So I don't know if we have any questions. If you have any questions, okay. They have asked it. People are not smiling at all. People are not smiling. Oh. Yes, so let me just send it straight to you. Okay. It says, can you see it?
Okay, let me check, please.
Okay, let me read it out. It says, what are the basic things you must highlight in a business plan?
The first thing is the market strategy. The cost. There are a whole lot. There's no part of business plan that is not important. I think we should just there's no part that is not important. Everything is important. Writing, what is the goal, your pricing, everything. What exactly will I say is not important? The customer segment. There's nothing. Everything is important. I'm sorry to say it. Everything is important.
You can't skip any part.
You can't.
Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Adegoke. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for. Yeah, someone is saying, can you share some templates with us that we can use to develop businesses, sites, app? I'm not going to take that question because you already said Google is your friend. So Google. Find, and then if you don't find stuff on Google, you barely cannot say you don't find stuff on Google. Like most of the times, you have more.
There's this one called Trello, Trello. And then Agilzen, Agilezem. N. N for Nigeria. N for Nigeria.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. So thank you so much. I need to take our next speaker. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the questions. If there's anything you guys can pick from this, yeah, I want to see it in the comment section. Just one thing. Don't write everything. I said so many things about how to turn your ideas into profit, and it's mind-blowing. And like we always say, it's mind-blowing, yes. But if you don't act on this information, then it's just going to be a waste of time. You know, we have brought these people from all over the world to come and talk to us. It should not be a waste of time. We are counting on you. We are rooting for you all to apply these things. So most people are saying, find your Coca-Cola, but don't ignore your Fanta and Sprite. And really, that really spoke to me because sometimes we do a lot of things. And I remember at the end of the year last year, I had to send out a questionnaire to people that are close to me. Some might need that. And I was asking them, what am I known for? Like, what is your perception of me? What are the things you think are my strengths? And what are the things you think are my weaknesses? because I wanted to get something out of that. I think the major thing people were talking about was graphics. I was just like, the graphics is like one of the things I do on the side. Like, I didn't think I wanted to be known by the graphics because I was just doing it like a skill. I just learned the skill. I wanted to, just learn. But I think getting honest feedbacks, most people don't like the truth. But even Jesus said the truth will set you free. Without the truth, you can't miss it. So I
Sorry,
wanted
please,
to ask,
can I quickly just
yes, sir.
add something?
Yes, please.
Please, our social media tells a lot about us. I'm beginning to find out. In fact, recently I just deleted some pictures. There's no reason. It's all these pictures that we keep putting. It's not important. Let's, for instance, we're talking about Google. People must be able to Google you and then know who you are. So whatever the information you want them to find out is what you should put on your social media. I think that's another thing.
Yes. To add to that, what you just said, I want every one of us after this class or this conference to put your name in Google and look at what comes out. If what you find there is not something you want to be known by, then we need to start making changes. Yes. Thank you for adding that, because really, according to what I heard, that so many companies now have to get they ask for your Twitter account, they ask for your Instagram, they ask for all those things just because they want to get a feel of the kind of person you are. What are the things you post? Are you just posting, Bentley, $100,000? People want to get a feel, and I don't know what to do. Like, maybe the next one we have to have like 5 days, like one speaker per day, because really this time is too short, and the time is too short, and we need to get this going. Thank you so much, Mr. Adegoke.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much for
so much
having
for
me.
regards to your family. You're doing a great job with Tommy's Kitchen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.